Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Movie Dudes. I'm Phil,
And I'm Alec.
and today we're going to be talking about one of the best animated movies ever made, Spirited Away. So do you have anything to say, or should I just start talking about the story of the film?
I'd say get right into it.
All right. So this film is about Chihiro, who is a young girl who is moving to a new house far from where she lived, and she basically, with her family, she goes through a tunnel, and through this tunnel is like a new a weird world with spirits and all that kind of stuff, and her parents get turned into pigs. So basically, the whole film is going to be her trying to change them back into humans and get the fuck out. That's a pretty vague synopsis, but to go into more detail, she starts to work in a bathhouse where a lot of stuff happens, and especially when she accidentally brings is it an evil spirit called No Face, who basically starts to bring chaos to the bathhouse, and I don't really have that much more description to add. I think that's kind of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good surface level synopsis of the movie.
Yeah, because in general, like, the film's 2 hours, but it's not necessarily like a bunch of stuff that happens in it.
Yeah, it's pretty I don't know, it's pretty expertly paced.
Well,
for a 2 hour movie, because because I honestly, I've seen this movie so many times, and there's never a moment where I'm like, oh yep, this is coming. It's like, oh, this is coming. It all feels so natural.
Yeah. Well, I feel like in general too, Ghibli films have a pretty simple story. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, especially like the last film that the last Ghibli film that I watched before this one was Totoro, which is, got a very simple story because it's a lot more children focused. But even like, I don't know, like Howl's Moving Castle or Princess Mononoke, which are the two other Ghibli films that I've seen, they've also got like a somewhat simple story, or maybe not Princess Mononoke because I haven't seen it in a long time, but Howl's Moving Castle, yeah, kind of.
The only one that kind of gets a little complex is Nausicaa, because there's a lot of moving parts in that movie.
Yeah,
it's kind of dense. It's a good movie. Nausicaa's really good, but it's it can be a bit.
I feel like the Ghibli film that I really want to watch is Porco Rosso, just because it just seems so cool.
Porco Rosso's fun. It's just it's not the most complex story or even the best movie, but it's so fun and stupid, and I love it.
I mean, basically just any Ghibli film.
Oh yeah.
Especially by Hayao Miyazaki, but also I forgot his name, but the guy who made Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, Isao Takahata?
Yes. But also, I just had a flash. Have you? That's going on a completely not completely, but that's going on a tangent. Have you seen the this year's film from Ghibli that was directed by Goro Miyazaki?
Earwig and the Witch.
Earwig and the Witch.
I have not seen it. I'm currently actually right now going through all of the Ghibli films with my girlfriend, and we're only on Kiki, so we got a while to go before we get to before we get to Earwig. I've seen most of them. She hasn't, so that's kind of why we're going step by step. But
I should do that.
Very very interesting. I'm very interested to get to Goro's films, like Earthsea and Earthsea and Earwig, because I've heard not too great things about them.
Yeah. Well, so to those who don't know what Earwig is, it's the new film from Studio Ghibli, which came out this year or last year, and it's unlike their other film. It's a 3D animated film, and also unlike their other films, it's fucking ugly.
It does not look very good. No, from most of the screenshots I've seen, it is.
I mean, if this came out like from a completely different animation studio, like I'd probably say, yeah, this doesn't look really really good, but it's fine. But considering that this is from Ghibli, oh my god, this is ugly as shit.
Yeah, I gotta say the Ghibli style. Like I can't speak for the movie because I haven't seen all of it, but just looking at screenshots and the clips that I've seen, the Ghibli style doesn't really translate all that well. At least not in the way that they did into 3D.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess to get back to Spirited Away, if that was the that was the end of that. So Spirited Away has some of the greatest actual like not just animation that I've seen, but like background work. Like it's not too often that I'm like looking at the backgrounds of shots that are it's just so well done. Plus all the movements nice. It's just visually Spirited Away is. I don't know if I'd say it might be their best. I'm not sure.
Well, it's not my favorite. It's my second favorite, but my favorite being House Moving Castle. But choice. If I were to look at it like, if I were to look at it like objectively, I think maybe, but that's kind of a weird thing to think about because how do you judge that? I mean, in terms of animation, like everyone knows Ghibli for being like the animation studio that makes the best, like amongst the best animation in the entire industry, like in history. And this film is definitely like one of the best in terms of animation. This is definitely up there. It's like especially if I compare it to, again, the last film from Ghibli that I watched, Totoro, which is like not necessarily bad, but just there's kind of less stuff to work with, you know?
Right.
Because all of Totoro is all in our world, except there's a bunch of weird creatures that come into our world. Here is different because it's a girl from our world who goes into this weird like alternate universe. And so this gives a lot more room for creativity and like especially the main thing that I love visually about this film is the castle, which is, oh my god, it's so pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that too. It's like the front of it is like extremely detailed, but so is like the parts that no one's really supposed to see, like the backside of it with all the pipes and like ugly walls. It's like, man, you have to put so much.
Oh yeah,
there's so much like even in like environments. Like I noticed this early on when I was watching this again, but the car at the beginning, Chihiro's parents' car is really like really just like full of junk. The flower petals are going everywhere because she's holding her bouquet, and like you see like you see like boxes and stuff. It's great.
It's there's so much stuff. Like this film is eye candy.
Oh yeah,
honestly. But also like that's the first thing that I wrote in my notes is not only is it candy for the eyes, it's also candy for the ears, just like any Ghibli film. I forgot his name, but the guy who makes the music for Ghibli films.
Oh, it's Joe Hisaishi, I think. I'm listening to the soundtrack right now. Actually, that's why I have his name on deck, because I have it up on Spotify.
You know what? I think I might do that as well, because that sounds like a good idea to be in the mood.
Yeah, it's good to be in the mood right now.
Hell yeah, I'm doing this right now. But yeah, no, from the moment the film started, like the music was just, oh my god, it's so pretty. I love it so much.
Yeah, I love it.
It's one, yeah.
There's we were talking about this a little bit ago, but I guess I'll throw it in here because it was part of my notes. In terms of eye candy, there's one specific scene that like always or like I guess two. There's two specific scenes that always make me go like, "Oh, this is the best thing ever put to animation," and that's like there's there's the it's the flower scene where they're going to where Haku goes or takes Chihiro to go see her parents.
Yeah.
And they're like going through the flower bush, and it's all like pushing past them. And then they get to the field. It's just so much color. It's so nice. And then there's the other scene that I wrote down in my notes, which is the train scene near the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where they're riding on a train in the middle of an ocean, and it is so pleasing to look at.
Yeah, it's one of the, in my opinion, one of the most iconic scenes, like, in all of cinema.
Oh, I would agree.
Like, oh my god, I love it so much. It's so good. And like, I gotta talk about the flower scene, because it's like the part where she starts eating and she starts crying is like, that almost made me cry.
The movement is so
remember,
real in that scene.
And I remember, like, I knew this was coming up because this was my second time watching Spirited Away, and I knew it was coming up, so I knew what to expect. But the first time I didn't know about this scene, and it kind of like caught me off guard, and I was, oh shit, what the hell is that? But no, it's a great scene.
I've seen I guess getting onto a side tangent for a second. I've seen Spirited Away a lot of times actually in my life. Mm-hmm. So it's this. If I had to be honest, I think this is like, if I hold on, let me count it. Like this might be. I don't know how else to say this. This might be my 7th time seeing Spirited Away.
All right.
I have seen it.
That's a lot.
I've seen it quite a bit in my life, and I can't say that like it hasn't lost its magic. I guess I'll say it's just that I've seen it a lot. But it still is a very magical movie, and I think that's really impressive for a movie that I've seen so many times to still impress me in these ways.
Would you say that this is the film that you've seen the most times?
Probably. I would say that probably. Yeah. With like strong contenders being like The Shining or something. 'Cause I've seen it like that like maybe like 4 or 5 times. But God, I'm actually trying to think about what other movies I could have seen.
Can I just say times. Like I know for a fact that the film that I've seen the most time is Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter. And I can guarantee that I've seen it probably more than that, but at the very least 20 times.
Oh, well, if we're talking, like, if we're talking like movies that I've seen in, okay, I guess I'll say this. I'm counting the amount of times that I've seen movies as like not an adult, but like teenager and up. Because if I were to count the amount of times that I watched movies as a kid, like, I would say I'd probably seen the SpongeBob movie, like the original, like maybe 10 times. Like, just based on how many
honestly,
times just based on how many times I watched it as a kid.
I mean, honestly, same, like, for the SpongeBob movie. But, I mean, like, for example, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy is, like, 3 films that I watched a lot as a kid, but I haven't watched them in a very long time. The Harry Potter movies, I still watch them like at least once or twice a year. So that's like, I know for a fact that I've seen that like so many times, and this is one of those films I can easily quote it like while watching the film.
I haven't seen.
I wouldn't say that I know the dialogue.
I don't think I've seen any of those since Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out.
Well, all right. Well, I'm very excited for when we're going to make an episode about those. That's going to be very interesting. But what was I going to say? I wouldn't say that I know the film, like the dialogues by heart, but I do know them very well.
Yeah, like you definitely know the story like beat for beat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So to get more into Spirited Away, there's I'm just kind of looking at my notes. There's something that I wrote. That's how, especially compared to other characters in animation and even in Ghibli in general, I feel like Chihiro is so like expressive.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring this up.
Like,
I was gonna bring this up a little later, but I guess this is my. I've seen this movie so many times, but this was a newer experience for me because this was my first time watching it in Japanese. Like with Japanese voice actors. So I would say like if we're getting into like I'll get into like who's better or who's worse like in a second, but Chihiro is definitely the biggest difference. Because I feel like she doesn't scream as much in this version. Like I like the English dub version. I do. Right. I really like the English version of Chihiro. But this version of Chihiro feels a lot more mature, I guess would be the word. Like she's a much more mature kid. But I like I like her a lot in this version. I'm trying to think of like other versions that are like significantly different. Yubaba's kind of the same. Lin's pretty much the same. The biggest difference I noticed was No Face. Because
really?
Yeah, because No Face, or at least the frog or whatever. The frog that's whose voice eventually becomes No Face. That voice is much more high pitched in the Japanese version, and I don't think it sounds very good. I kind of like that in the English. I kind of like in the English version how like he kind of sounds like a really like seedy guy. Like he's really shifty. I kind of like that. But in the English or in the Japanese version, he's just kind of high pitched, and there's not really a whole lot of like dirtiness to it or at all, like kind of like shiftiness, I guess would be the word. But I mean, everything else is pretty good.
Well, I'll say like I don't think I've ever even heard clips from the English version. I've only both times I've watched the film was in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
And before I watched the film, I didn't really know what No Face's voice was, and I was kind of like, I didn't really expect him to have that kind of voice, but honestly, I like it. I think it somehow fits well.
It's probably like first watch bias for me, and just what I've grown up to know. But like I don't know.
Honestly, maybe for me too.
Yeah, like after recording, I would definitely suggest looking up an English scene of No Face and seeing what you think.
I'll definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I wrote down, because there's most of my notes actually were about the language differences. In the English version, she refers to Kamaji. Chihiro, I'm saying. Chihiro refers to Kamaji as Boiler Man more often than she does Kamaji, which I'm not sure I'm a big fan of. Like in this version, I like that she says Kamaji instead, like his actual name instead. Like there's the thing in the beginning where like Lin first like takes her with her to see Yubaba, and she's like, "All right, thank him," and she goes, "Thank you, sir." But in the English version, she says, "Thank you, Mr. Boiler Man," and it's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's fine, but like looking at the English differences, it is really kind of strange.
Yeah.
Another big one is this was a massive one. I actually like didn't realize is so okay. You know how at we're not going to get too much into the end of the movie right now, I guess. But just to kind of cap off my language differences, there was a major one I noticed at the very end of the movie. I'm talking like the last 10 seconds. So you know how the movie just kind of ends with the mom going like, "Oh, hurry up, Chihiro, we got to get in the car," and they drive off in silence. Mm-hmm. In the English version, that's not what happens. She gets in the car and her dad goes like, new house, new school. Are you afraid? And she goes, "Oh, I think I can handle it." And that's it. That's where it ends. There's like a whole extra string of dialogue in the English version.
That sounds good. I don't know why this sounds way more Hollywood than the Japanese version.
Oh, it is. It for sure is.
It's like
it's
if you were to ask me, like,
it's performed well. It doesn't sound stilted at all.
Sure,
but it's like it is a bit of a strange addition, keeping the original in mind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you were to ask me, like, which version has this line of dialogue, I'd probably say, like, this sounds pretty American.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like, it doesn't sound stupid necessarily, but it's interesting.
It definitely sounds American, though. It makes sense. Mm-hmm. There was another thing, but I guess it's more I don't know. I don't know if you're wanting to keep like a set structure to our discussion, because I have another one that's like at the end of the movie and it's a massive spoiler.
Sure. I mean,
so okay. In the Japanese version, when Chihiro tells Haku his real name, it's the Nigi Hayami Kohaku Nushi, and like it sounds all right. It sounds pretty. What's the word I'm looking? Natural. So in the English version, and this might be what it means in Japanese, it just sounds worse when you put it in English words. She goes.
Oh, did they translate his name?
So yeah, what happens is she goes, "Haku, your real name is the Kohaku River," and then when he's like, "That's right, Chihiro, that's my name. My name was Kohaku River," and it just sounds really weird.
This sounds pretty stupid.
It's kind of dumb. Yeah, it's like, oh.
Yeah, because
that was one part of the movie that I was
like,
one part of the movie I was always like, well, why is that his name? But like now it makes sense, because like she goes like, oh, she says like she says the whole name, and then she's like, oh, it sounds like a god's name, and I'm like, yeah, it does. Why didn't they keep that?
Because like in Japanese, a lot of Japanese names are like words, they mean something. Where in English it's not the case. It's just like, hey, I'm John. It means John. And that doesn't really translate well. Yeah
I was very much surprised by that, but that's honestly kind of it for the for like the translation notes. Everything else is pretty decently translated.
Yeah, so something that I noticed about the character of Chihiro that I think is very interesting compared to other films from Ghibli is just how like alone she is.
Yeah, it's very...
And like...
It is like a pretty isolating movie now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm. And it's... I feel that also makes Chihiro much more like... I kind of more badass than any other Ghibli character, because like I would not have the courage that she has.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And I mean, let's compare that to some other Ghibli films. If you think of Totoro, the main character has like her dad and her sister, and she's got the wonderful creatures of the forest. In House Moving Castle, that's different too, because she's an adult and not a child. But she's also got all the different characters who live in the castle, like the fire and those kinds of characters.
Yeah.
Or in Princess Mononoke, like he's a warrior, so he doesn't necessarily need people. But Chihiro barely doesn't have anyone. Like she's got, I forgot the name. She's got Haku, who isn't really there all the time. She's got the Kamaji, but he's and she's also got Lin, but they're not entirely helpful. Like they're kind of just like they're not really helping her that much.
They're not really they're not really present. Like Lin's present throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But, like Kamaji's only in like a couple of scenes. Like now that I notice it.
He's got like 2 or 3 scenes max.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty interesting that's something that I didn't notice the first time I watched it, found that I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And that also makes Chihiro shows just how good of a character she is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite characters in Studio Ghibli.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like other things I had for my notes. I kind of covered most of the bases I had this time around. But what other stuff did you have to add?
Well, see, that's I don't really have a lot too. That's something that I wrote, is how I don't really have that much to say about the film besides the fact that it's beautiful and I love it.
It's one of the most beautiful movies for sure, and it's one of the moments in history. And I remembered this the other day when I was just kind of looking stuff up about the movie to see if I could find anything to talk about. But during the Oscars, I think it was in 2003, Spirited Away. I think Spirited Away still holds the record as the only anime film, or like Japanese animated film, to win Best Animated Picture. Which, thank God, because if this... I'm going to look up right now like what movies it was up against, because I don't remember. Let me see.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what... I'm going to look up what other anime films were nominated.
There were a few. That's been nominated.
Yeah.
Mainly Ghibli, I'll say.
Yeah. But yeah, that's... Honestly, that's a tangent that we could go into, just how, just explain why the best animated feature category is by far the category that I hate the most in the Oscars for so many reasons.
Oh, I could go on about that too.
Dude.
Hold on. Let me. I'll just look up.
Yeah,
just look up best animated feature. Animated feature on Wikipedia. Because I remember they have a good list. All right, so let's see. Here we go. So the nominees in 2003, or no, it was 2002. Excuse me, was Spirited Away, Ice Age, Lilo and Stitch, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and Treasure Planet.
Oh, I love Treasure Planet so much.
I would say the only movie I think could even come close is Lilo and Stitch, and I think Lilo and Stitch is just pretty alright. Like, it's a good movie.
No, dude.
It's a good movie, but like, it's not.
Treasure Planet,
I haven't seen
Treasure Planet. Could have won.
I will say, full disclosure, I have never seen Treasure Planet.
Yeah, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably part of the reason why it didn't win. No, like that. This one was saying that this one was a failure is not accurate. It was a dangerous failure for Disney.
Oh, I remember hearing.
And it's
about
a shame.
That.
Yeah, it's a shame because repeating myself, I love this film. I don't know, it just didn't work. So in 2005. Howl's Moving Castle was nominated, but it lost against Wallace and Gromit.
Actually, wait, I have a good idea.
Yeah.
How about you close your tab and I will read out nominees to you and you'll guess which ones won.
All right. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do this.
Okay, so let's go let's go from the most recent to the oldest.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know the most recent, but sure.
Yeah, okay. So in 2020, the nominees were Soul, Onward, Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon, and Wolfwalkers. What do you think won?
Well, I know that Soul won.
Right.
And I'll just say that I haven't watched any of those films. I watched the first 15 minutes of Onward, and I was bored, so I stopped
Onward
watching
is.
it.
I'll be honest, Onward's not that good.
Yeah.
I like Soul though, so I was kind of happy that it won, even though I could tell it was kind of a shoo-in.
It was very obvious that it was gonna win.
Yeah. So okay, 2019, the nominees were I Lost My Body, Klaus, Missing Link, Toy Story 4, and How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. What do you think won?
Oh, yeah, I remember. So that's another year that I haven't watched any of the films, but I know that Toy Story 4 won, which I think is kind of bullshit.
That is correct. Toy Story 4.
I hate the fact that a third sequel won an Oscar.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good, but that's kind of bullshit.
Toy Story 4 is just okay. I haven't seen any.
Oh, is it?
I haven't seen any of the other movies here. I know Klaus is pretty good from what I hear.
I've heard good things, yeah.
Yeah, but everything else I just have not seen.
That's a shame.
2018's nominees. We have Incredibles 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Isle of Dogs, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and another anime film actually, Mirai. What do you think won?
Oh, yeah. Well, so I really remember this year because I remember being very hyped when I saw the winner. So I remember when they announced the nomination, I was kind of expecting, just like every year to have a Disney movie win. But the only Disney movies that were nominated were both sequel and I haven't seen. What was it? It was Ralph Breaks the Internet, and was it Frozen 2 who was nominated? Or no, The Incredibles 2.
Actually, yeah, Frozen 2 wasn't nominated. That's crazy. I actually forgot about that. That's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't worth nominating.
Oh, I'm not saying it's worth nominating. I'm just saying I'm surprised that it wasn't nominated at all.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true.
Because usually Disney is a shoo-in for at least being nominated.
Yeah. Especially Frozen 2.
Yeah. But Spider-Verse, there was no other movie that year more deserving of Best Animated Feature.
Oh.
Even though Isle of Dogs is on
definitely.
that list. It's Spider-Verse. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely. I think Spider-Verse might be the only 5-star of that year for me.
I would actually
just
agree.
in general, not just animated.
2018 was kind of a dry year, but it had some highlights here and there. Moving on to 2017, the nominees are Coco, The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. What do you think won?
Oh, yeah. I remember that I really wanted Loving Vincent to win, even though I hadn't seen it, just because I thought it was interesting, an interesting form of animation.
Plus all the other nominees are not good. Well, I can't speak. I can't speak for Breadwinner, but I remember Coco being somewhat mediocre. But the other two ones.
Yeah. I mean, Coco's the only one that seems worth. I actually haven't watched Coco yet, but it seems like the only one that seems worth winning.
It was Coco, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. No, yeah, it doesn't really surprise me.
It's better than the reality where Boss Baby won. What kind of hellish landscape is that?
Oh my god!
Talk about timeline changes right there. That'd be a different world.
Holy shit! Is that the same timeline where Bohemian Rhapsody won Best Picture?
Oh my god!
No, it won. Did it? It didn't win Best Picture, right?
It was nominated, but it did not win.
Was it the year the Green Book won?
Yeah, it was Green Book. That's it. I was trying to remember, which is also not a great choice, but Green Book is fine. So, like, whatever.
I prefer Green Book over Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
but
it goes without saying. But,
yeah.
But 2016, the nominees were Moana, Zootopia, Kubo and the Two Strings, My Life as a Zucchini, and The Red Turtle.
That's a really good year.
The Red Turtle.
That's a lot of good.
I think the Red Turtle.
Actually,
Red Turtle was another Japanese movie. Actually, I think it was Studio Ghibli, but it was like an offshoot of a. It was a co-production. It was a co-production between Studio Ghibli and some French companies. So hold on, I'm just gonna start tallying all the Japanese animated films that are nominated. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Sure.
1, 2. All right, let's continue.
But yeah, Kubo, that's a film that I haven't heard of in a long time.
Yeah, Kubo kind of flew under the radar despite it being really good looking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a film from Leica Studios, which is like...
Yeah. Which one? When was the last time?
All the ones...
Was Kubo the last time that Leica did anything?
No, it was The Missing Link.
That's right.
Which I have not seen.
I have not seen that either.
But all the Leica films that I've seen were all really good.
Yes, I agree.
So I haven't... The only ones really that I haven't watched are the Box Trolls and Missing Link.
Yeah, I haven't seen those ones.
But the
either.
other ones, love them. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Can you repeat them? Because
Which by the way, let me add that movies that weren't nominated were Your Name and A Silent Voice. Despite okay, I understand not nominating A Silent Voice, but Your Name was one of the highest grossing films of that year. So how is that not even noticed when My Life as a Zucchini was? I haven't even heard of that one. Not to say that it's not a good movie because I can't speak for it, but
yeah,
I was definitely
that's weird.
It's definitely weird to me. I don't know. It's probably some weird Oscar politics.
Not the weirdest decision from the Oscars I've seen though.
That's true. That is true. I mean, we just got off the year where Boss Baby was nominated, but the nominees for 2016 were Zootopia, Kubo, Moana, My Life as a Zucchini, and The Red Turtle. What do you think won?
Was it Moana?
Actually, no. It was Zootopia.
Oh, yeah. That's a film that I haven't watched in a long time.
I don't think I've seen it since
I remember I really liked it, though.
Yeah, I remember it being all right. What else is next? Okay. 2015. The nominees are Boy in the World, Inside Out, Anomalisa, Shaun the Sheep Movie, and When Marnie Was There, adding a third tally to our Japanese films.
I forgot that one was nominated, but I mean, Inside Out is one of my favorite. I think it's my favorite film from that year. So I mean, I know it definitely is that one that won.
Yes, it's true. Inside Out won. I'm really wanting to see Anomalisa though. That's on my watch list because it's Charlie Kaufman as well as a couple others.
Oh, that film. Yeah. All right.
I'm really interested in seeing that because I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah. 2014. The nominees are The Box Trolls, Big Hero 6, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Song of the Sea, and The Tale of Princess Kaguya, giving us a fourth Japanese. All right. So what do you think it is?
Was it Big Hero 6?
It was Big Hero 6.
Yeah, all right. That's another film I really like. Big Hero 6.
Yeah, I actually kind of like Big Hero 6, so I can't really say that I think it didn't deserve it because I think it did. Then again,
it definitely did.
Then again, the only other film I've seen on this list was How to Train Your Dragon 2, which I thought was just okay.
Yeah. Sure.
But 2013, we got Frozen, The Croods, Despicable Me 2, The Wind Rises, and Ernest and Celestine. What do you think it was?
Hold on, what was the Disney movie?
Frozen.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was Frozen.
Which I don't hate Frozen. Like, I think it's honestly a pretty solid film.
No, I don't hate it either. I just think it's okay. It's not like anything insane.
It's not. Yeah, it's I don't think it's the best film in that list.
Oh no, it's not. I don't know. I think Frozen. I've always thought Frozen was just kind of okay, but like, it's not the worst Disney movie by any means.
No, I mean the songs can be not even talking about Let It Go. The songs can be pretty annoying.
Yeah, I agree. The songs are not that strong.
I'm thinking about
in that one.
I forgot the name of the song, but I'm thinking about the song that Anna sings with Hans, like when she decides to get married, like 2 seconds about meeting him.
Love is an Open Door. Is that what it's called?
Love is an Open Door. I hate this song.
Yeah, I don't like that either, and I'm not a big fan of the Snowman one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Oh my god, Olaf is one of the most irritating characters in all of animation.
I agree
Olaf
completely.
So much.
I really do.
And I don't know, like, that's something that I mainly noticed when I watched Frozen 2. Holy shit, I wanted to. Have you seen Frozen 2?
Yes, I saw it in the theater, but I haven't seen it since.
All right. Kind of spoilers for those who haven't seen it, but you know that scene where Olaf like almost dies?
Yeah.
I really wanted him to actually die.
No, I would have been so like.
Oh my god.
I would have been so surprised if they actually let him die. I was sitting there.
Yeah, but like,
nah, he'll live.
Yeah, but when he ended up surviving, I was like, fuck.
That movie was so dumb because it had that whole subplot of Kristoff like not being able to propose to Anna. And it was like that's a filler plot.
Yeah,
they dedicated like 15 minutes to it. And it's like a movie that's like an hour and a half.
To be fair, I thought Kristoff's song was pretty solid.
Oh, I like that one a lot. Yeah, it's an okay song.
Yeah, but I really don't like Frozen 2.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a good film.
Frozen 2 is a pretty weak offering from Disney, and that's, I don't know. We could talk about like the modern Disney movies for a while, but let's move on to 2012. Oh my God,
yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
All right.
2012, we have Brave, Frankenweenie, Paranorman, The Pirates, Band of Misfits, and Wreck-It Ralph. What won?
I'm guessing was Brave.
Correct. It was Brave.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if this is a hot take or not. Brave may be my least favorite Pixar movie.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but that would not really surprise me.
I think it is my least favorite Pixar movie. I can't, or actually no, it's in contention with Onward, which is something to say because Brave and Onward are not bad movies per se. They're just like, they can't stack up to the other highlights from Pixar.
Yeah.
But
wait, would you say that those films are better than Cars 2?
I forgot Cars 2 existed for a second. Never mind.
That's what I thought. That's what.
I haven't seen Cars 3 though, actually, even, so I can't say.
Same. The only thing I've seen from the from the film is the trailer, which is so weird.
Where Lightning McQueen dies.
I remember when I saw the trailer, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I should see it one day.
Oh, I'll probably see it someday. I don't know.
Yeah.
But moving on to 2011, we have our nominees are Cat in Paris, Chico and Rita, Rango, Kung Fu Panda 2, and Puss in Boots. Who do you think won?
All right. I don't know most of these films. Maybe because I just hear the name and I don't have like a poster in front of me. But the only film that I would guess won is Puss in Boots, but I really hope it's not that.
Well, you are in luck. Puss in Boots did not win. It was actually Rango.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is
That's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. I don't remember Rango being all that good, but it's definitely the most unique. Actually, no, I can't say that because I haven't seen Cat in Paris with Chico and Rita. But out of the American offerings, it's definitely the most unique.
I mean, like you say that I don't really remember anything from Rango.
Oh no, I don't remember anything from Rango either. But at least I remember that it was different.
Yeah, I mean, Rango won an Oscar. That's weird.
It is pretty weird to say, isn't it?
Wait, hold on. What the? Hold on.
What?
Oh, never mind. That I saw it directed by Gore Verbinski, and I mixed him up with another person, but he's the guy who made the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so that's not really that surprising.
Yeah, now that I say it, yeah. Now that I say that out loud, it's not surprising.
Yeah. He also made the remake for The Ring. Oh no, never mind. He made the original The Ring from 2002.
Wasn't The Ring originally a Japanese film?
Yeah, but he made the original American version. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So
2010. The nominees. There's only 3 this time. Which will be
all right.
Which will be a reoccurring thing past 2009. So 2010. The nominees are Toy Story 3, How to Train Your Dragon, and The Illusionist. Who won?
Well, I mean, it's got to be Toy Story 3. I don't know what The Illusionist is.
Correct. It was Toy Story 3. The Illusionist was looks like. Oh, that's interesting. It was the film is based off of a unproduced script written by French director, mime, and actor Jacques Tati.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that at all. That's awesome.
Wow, I had no idea that was a thing.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
Huh. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. 2009, which is all right. So 2009. The nominees are Up, Coraline, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Princess and the Frog, and The Secret of Kells.
Well, I know that Up won because I know that it's also the last animated film to have ever been nominated for Best Picture.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Up was the one.
Do you not like Up?
No, I like Up. I'm not saying I don't like Up. It's just to know that was the last movie to be nominated for Best Picture makes me a little sad.
I mean, yeah. But Up is a really good film.
No, it is a good film. It deserves the award, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess now it's time. I think honestly, Coraline or Fantastic Mr. Fox could have won, and I would have been equally as happy about it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, that was a good year for stop motion.
It was a good year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of the best stop motion films from the last 20 years actually were in that same year.
Yeah.
But 2008, our nominees are WALL-E, Bolt, and Kung Fu Panda. Who won?
Oh yeah, I'm first of all, I just remembered that Bolt was a film that existed.
I forgot it existed too.
Yeah, so it kind of has to be WALL-E.
Yeah, it's WALL-E. Which, by the way, just in case you forgot, do you remember who voices Bolt? Who voices a dog in this 2008 cartoon film?
That Honestly, I have a lot of options. I have no idea.
It's John Travolta.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's John Travolta with Miley Cyrus as the wisecracking cat sidekick.
Well, I mean, that doesn't really surprise me, but John Travolta?
But yeah, it was John Travolta in 2008 who voiced this dog. I remember I had Bolt on VHS, actually. How weird is that?
Bolt was released on VHS?
I think I may have recorded it from TV now that I think about it. That's why I have
Yeah,
Bolt.
I think that's more...
that's why I have...
I feel like that makes more sense, because, like, Bolt is a 2008 film, so, like, I'm pretty sure VHS were, like...
Oh, yeah, VHS was long gone, but I was still a person who had a VHS player that I'd record TV stuff onto.
Oh, I mean, same.
But 2007, the nominees are Ratatouille, Persepolis, and Surf's Up.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it has to be Ratatouille.
Yeah, it was Ratatouille. Which, I mean, if you had talked to me a week ago, I would have only seen one of these nominees, but I actually no, I saw two of them, but I actually watched Persepolis sometime, I watched it in the last couple weeks, or last week.
Nice.
And it was really good.
Which, by the way, like, we have to mention, one of the few animated films available on the Criterion Channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was at the same time as Paprika and Millennium Actress.
Oh, that's awesome. It's deserved. Have you seen Persepolis?
Yeah. I have not.
Ooh.
But I've heard great things about it.
Oh, yeah, very, very good movie. But moving on to 2006, we had Happy Feet, Cars, and Monster House. Who won?
What? Monster House?
Yeah, actually, that's...
Oh!
Monster House got nominated?
Yeah,
that's amazing. Monster House is such a weird movie.
Monster House? It is.
Yeah.
So, hold on. Monster House, Cars, and...
Happy
what
Feet.
was the other one? I'm guessing it was that one the one, because, like, Cars is like the weakest film from... one of the weakest films from Pixar.
That's actually correct.
Doubt that Monster House.
That's actually correct. Happy Feet
Right,
won.
yeah, that makes sense. Happy Feet, which also directed by the same guy who made Mad Max.
Is that...
So that's pretty
What?
weird.
Is that real?
Hold on. It's George Miller.
No way. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, it is.
Did
right.
you not know that? Yeah, that's fucking weird.
That is so weird. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
Those are two very different movies.
Oh my god, that's amazing actually.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing I've heard in a while. Oh my god.
I know that I've watched Happy Weed, but I have very, very, very vague memories of that film.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah.
So I had no idea.
I don't think it was really good.
Yeah, I don't remember it being very good. Which I remember liking Cars for what it's worth. Like I remember liking it as a kid.
I mean,
I bet if I watched it right now, I probably wouldn't like it at all. But you know, it's different. But 2005's nominees are actually kind of stacked. We got Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Howl's Moving Castle, and Corpse Bride. Who do you think won?
Oh,
it's a pretty close year, actually. I think. I mean,
well, my vote goes to Howl's Moving Castle.
I mean,
so
does mine, but
yeah. Hold on, was there any Disney movies?
No, actually, for once, and probably the last time, probably the last and only time, Disney was not nominated this year. Unless you count them as as the English distributor for Studio Ghibli. There's no Disney representation here at all.
No. Wow, actually, the fact that there's no Disney movies
makes it kind of hard, doesn't it?
It makes it so much harder to guess. I actually don't know. What is it?
You're gonna be surprised. It's Wallace and Gromit.
Oh,
yeah.
That actually sounds familiar now.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit won an Oscar, which is fantastic.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty alright. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
2004 though. The nominees are The Incredibles, Shark Tale, and Shrek 2.
Man, I fucking hope Shark Tale won.
It didn't, but
no fucking shit. Hold on, you're gonna have to remind me of those nominees. I forgot.
It was Incredibles, Shark Tale, and Shrek 2.
Incredibles.
Yeah, it was Incredibles.
All right.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm cool with because Incredibles is my favorite Pixar film.
Is it really?
Yeah, I would say so. It's the one that I think has aged the best. Like I watched it like last year. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched Rec 2 in a long time, but I'm sure that The Incredibles is fairly
recently, and it still holds up. But
yeah, I mean, Shrek 1 and 2 are good movies.
Oh, they are for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
even without the memes and all that kind of stuff, they're good films.
Yeah, they're good movies. But in 2003, our nominees were Finding Nemo, Brother Bear, and The Triplets of Belleville.
Ooh, all right.
Who do you think won?
Do you know about this film?
I actually do not.
That's the film that I first heard of a few weeks ago when some of my friends told me about it. It's an animated film. It's a France and Canadian like production. So like it's they all speak French and everything, but sometimes you hear like hints of a Quebec accent, so that's pretty cool. So to have that kind of film nominated at the Oscars is pretty nice. But I know for a fact that it's not this one that won because it's too weird.
Yeah.
So hold on. What were the other ones again?
Finding Nemo and Brother Bear.
Yeah. I'm guessing Finding Nemo.
Correct.
Yeah. Which like that's the 2000s were when Pixar was really like at their prime.
Oh yeah.
But Disney, like the Disney animation were kind of like not in a good place.
Not really. No, they were kind of slacking.
Yeah. They had a lot of big like box office failures.
Yeah. We already went over 2001, but let's get to the year that we already talked about 2002. I mean, but let's go to the year that it all started. The first year that the animated feature was an actual category at the Oscars. 2001 with our three nominees, Monsters Inc., Shrek, and Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius.
Yeah, every time I think about this is the Jimmy Neutron movie has an Oscar nomination.
How amazing is that?
How crazy is that?
It's the best thing in the world.
God. And there's this clip that I've seen a lot of times that when they announced the categories, they had this like this bit where they had like 3D animators animate like the characters as if they were in the room, like in you got Shrek wearing like a suit and everything.
Oh, really?
That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good bit from the Oscars.
That's awesome.
I know that Shrek won.
Yeah, Shrek won, which is pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting choice.
I mean,
considering that Disney won almost every other year that this category's existed, it's pretty interesting to me that Shrek won. But Shrek is a great movie, so
Shrek is really good.
Yeah. By the way, I've been tallying it silently as we've been going on. Do you want to take a guess of how many years out of the 20 years that this thing has been in existence that Japanese films were nominated?
I want to say 5.
7. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
With only. Give me just a moment. With only with only one of them being unrelated to Studio Ghibli, and that's Mirai.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah,
maybe in the future we're gonna see more stuff, but I saw a lot of people that were saying how like maybe Demon Slayer was gonna be nominated in 2020.
What was gonna be nominated?
Demon Slayer.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, why not?
Why not? Yeah, I mean, I think. Hold on. Honestly, I think Evangelion 4 could be nominated. That'd be interesting. A very interesting choice. But I guess we could get into our. I'm kind of interested in hearing what your ideas for Oscar predictions are for this year.
Ooh, oh yeah, all right, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me look at my list of films that came out this year that I watched.
Let me. I guess we'll just go by like the more notable categories.
Yeah, like we're not gonna go into like makeup or stuff like that because like they're categories that are worth existing and that I'm happy that they exist, but I just don't know really that much about it.
Yeah. Let me look up.
So
let me look up some of their bigger categories. Well, obviously there's Best Picture, there's Best Actor and Best Actress, and I guess we'll just throw in like Best Visual Effects and best like score.
Sure.
Why not?
I would like also to add Best International Film.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because there was a lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
So
hold on.
All right, what should we start with?
I guess we should start with Best Score. We'll end with Best Picture because Best for Last and all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Best Score. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me. I guess I'll bring this up now because I'm gonna bring it up a lot during this this whole discussion. I saw a movie this week. I saw Spencer.
All right.
Featuring Kristen Stewart and directed by Pablo Larraín. It was incredible.
Yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go watch it yesterday, but I didn't.
Yeah, genuinely one of the best movies of the year. I would not miss this one. And I'm probably going to bring it up quite a bit.
It looks really good. Yeah.
But all right, let's get into it. So okay.
All right.
Best score, I would probably say.
To me, yeah.
Yeah, or you can go ahead.
Well, I might be saying the same thing you were gonna say, but like to me, best score is an obvious choice. It's Dune, without a doubt.
Really? I think that'll win, but I think my choice might be Spencer because Spencer has a really good soundtrack by I think his name's Johnny Greenwood of
sure,
Radiohead, I think. But it's really good. Yeah, it's a very good soundtrack. It's probably the one that sticks out to me for this year, I guess I'll say.
Yeah.
But I can see Dune winning, especially since it's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, it's honestly, I think it might be Hans Zimmer's best work in my opinion.
Really? That's impressive. I can see that.
I personally feel like it adds so much to the film.
Yeah, I can see that.
But again, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it another time and pay more attention to the score because it kind of went over my head while I was watching it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let's see what else we got. we're gonna talk about best visual effects. Now, that's interesting.
Ooh.
I would have to give it. I actually would have to give it to Dune.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to repeat myself, but like, definitely Dune.
I'm gonna be repeating myself with a few movies here, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I would say Dune is definitely a lock for a nomination. Some other nominees.
Yes.
Some other nominees could be like No Time to Die or something. Or like probably a Marvel.
Yeah.
Probably throw a Marvel movie in there, like maybe Shang-Chi or the Eternals.
Oh no, they're gonna put the Eternals. I'm sure they're gonna try to give as many. I'm sure that they're gonna try to give as many Eternal nominations as possible.
Maybe I can see that.
I feel like I don't know why I really feel like this is gonna happen, and I think it's because Chloe Zhao is the person who directed the film.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the next category we're gonna get into?
I don't know.
I think it was probably best actor and best actress.
Oh sure.
That sounds right.
Hold on. That's a difficult one.
Oh wait, yeah, we were gonna talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about this, but we were also gonna talk about best international film. Let's not forget that.
Oh well, I feel like we should do it after the actors.
Yeah, let's wait for that.
Yeah. So hold on, best. That's a tough one.
I got my choices.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure the most of the nominations for that are going to be films that I haven't watched. Like, it would really wouldn't surprise me if Kristen Stewart was nominated for Spencer.
Oh, she better get nominated.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But what'd you say?
I said she better get nominated.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah,
maybe...
Kristen Stewart is my choice for best actress this year.
Yeah. I'd love to see. Probably not gonna happen.
Along with Jodie Comer for Last Duel, because I thought she was really good.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I'd love to see Nicolas Cage get nominated for Pig.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I haven't seen Pig.
That would be really cool.
I haven't seen Pig, but
me neither.
I need to.
I don't know, because like for all the films that I've seen, isn't really one that I feel deserves a nomination. I'm sure that they may give a nomination for like Rebecca Ferguson for Dune, maybe Timothée Chalamet.
Maybe that's a big maybe.
Maybe
I think it could happen. Dune was one of the biggest movies of the year.
I think Dune's gonna get a lot of nominations.
Yeah, definitely in like the technical department.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But for my best actor, I would probably have to say, I just really want Adam Driver to win an Oscar already. So I'm gonna say Adam Driver for Last Duel.
Yeah. He could also win for Annette.
That's true. He could win for Annette. I need to watch that.
He could win for Annette. Same. But we'll see. And for best actress, was your vote for Kristen Stewart, or do you have another one?
My other vote is like Jodie Comer for Last Duel as well, but I mean,
oh yeah.
But like my main vote is Kristen Stewart. Oh my goodness, that's loud.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Kristen Stewart for sure. I would be very surprised if she was not nominated. But I guess we can get into best international.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen many international this year.
No, same.
But I would say, I would say Titan. I think Titan is like a good lock for that, especially since
I mean,
it won the Palme d'Or.
It won the Palme d'Or.
The Palme d'Or.
Yeah. It would be really funny to see Lamb get nominated. Oh no, you know what film should get nominated?
What's that?
It's a film. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I've heard a lot about it on Twitter, and I really want to watch it. It's a film called, I think it's called The Worst Person in the World.
I saw a trailer for that the other day, actually. They're releasing it in my area theatrically.
Yeah.
So I need to go see that before the end of the year. Mm-hmm. But I think, I mean, it's getting some, recognition, I think. So that'd be neat.
I mean, I think it's got it's not worth anything, but I think it's got 100% on Rotten Tomato, which is something.
That's something.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess now we could get into our best pictures.
Well, I've already said what my favorite film of this year is.
And that is
Dune.
Dune. Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. We forgot Best Director.
Oh, we did forget Best Director. Who do you think?
We did forget Best Director. Well, all right. Having the origins that I have, I'm a bit biased because I'm being a bit patriotic over that one, which I'm not often, but man, if someone from Quebec could win Best Director, that would be the best thing. I'd love to see that. So if Denis Villeneuve could win, holy shit, I would scream. It's in general, I don't really care about the Oscars, but that, I would love that.
I always see, my thing is always the Oscars isn't the end all be all of what movies are good or not per se, but it's the Oscars are definitely influential. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I would say the fact that they're I'm disappointed whenever it's a bad choice for a winner, and I'm always excited when it's a good choice, because even though it doesn't really matter in terms of judging what movies are better, it's the influence thing. The fact that Parasite won Best Picture, and to be the first international film to do so is huge.
Yeah.
So I mean that opens the door for an amazing amount of possibilities. Mm-hmm. But that being said, Best Director, I've always been kind of hard at choosing because I don't really know when to think okay, this director did a better job than this director, because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't mentioned him yet. Wes Anderson could probably get nominated for that.
He could get nominated. I doubt that he's gonna win.
Oh no!
I doubt honestly that the French Dispatch is gonna get anything.
I would doubt it getting any Oscars, but I think it could get nominated for Best Picture. Most of his live action in the last 10 years have.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible.
I just had an idea. I'm going to write all our all the films we said, and then in March or whenever the Oscars air.
That'll be fun.
So, hold on. So best special effects, we both said Dune.
Yeah.
Then it was best score.
Yeah. I chose Spencer.
What the fuck?
And I'll say
and I said Dune?
Yeah. I'll say right now, there's I think 20 movies that came out this year that I still need to watch that I still think need to be watched.
Yeah. Oh, I plan to do a big.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, I'm gonna watch a bunch of films I haven't.
Oh
seen
yeah, December is my catch up month.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still haven't seen a majority of the big ones this year, especially the early like big ones like Cherry or Nobody.
Yeah. Oh, there's also Licorice Pizza that's coming out soon.
That's right.
Yeah.
So maybe Paul Thomas Anderson will surprise us both, and we'll change all of our votes to that.
Who knows? Yeah, that could happen.
There's still time. The deadline for the Oscars isn't until February of next year. So
yeah,
there could be some January movies to throw in there. I doubt it, but there could be.
Yeah. So next is, well, the only category that's left is Best Picture.
Yeah, which at this current time, I am thinking Spencer.
Really?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say, yeah.
Well,
that's
all right.
That's my choice. Currently, I'm saying there's a lot of movies I still have to see.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I feel like the only film that I've seen that's really worth an Oscar is Dune. So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
I just had a flash. What about Inside?
I would love it.
I
don't think it's gonna happen.
Not for Best Picture, but just in general.
Not a chance in hell. I don't think. I do not think it'll get nominated for anything. If anything, Best Music, which would be insane.
Could get Best Original Song.
That could happen. It could. I would
Welcome
be
to the
very
internet.
surprised.
That would be funny.
Oh, that'd be funny, and I'd be completely down for it. But I just don't think it would happen. That'd be crazy, though. That would be
crazy.
Yeah, if Inside was included in all of these things, in all of these categories, it would be a choice for me.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm thinking Spencer is my lock for Best Picture at the moment.
And maybe that's gonna change once I see Spencer or another film.
Yeah,
but
I don't mean to hype it up too much.
For me, it's Dune. Yeah. So yeah, that's our predictions for this year's for next year's technically Academy Award.
Yeah.
I hope that is going to be, at least that the ceremony in general is going to be better than this year, because holy shit, was it chaotic.
Wasn't it online?
No, it was in a, I don't know where it was. It was almost like in a hotel lobby.
Oh, wait.
That's what it looked like. It was really weird.
I didn't watch them this year, so let me see.
Honestly, I want to say I watched the first 30 minutes and then I stopped because holy fuck was it boring.
Yeah, this year was the first time that I didn't watch the Oscars like at all. Like usually like 2020 I watched the entire thing.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah. But just in general, they announced Best Director like very early.
Yeah, I think
And they announced what I think was the weirdest thing is they announced Best Picture before Best Actor and Actress. And everyone thought they were doing this because they were gonna the last category was gonna be Best Actor, and they were gonna give it to Chadwick Boseman. It was gonna be like this big memorial thing, but then they did make Best Actor the last category, but they gave it to
Anthony Hopkins, wasn't it?
To Anthony Hopkins, who wasn't even there. So they said, and the winner is Anthony Hopkins. The Academy accepts the Oscar on his behalf. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah,
and it was
I remember that.
Like, what the... And you know the worst part? Do you know why Anthony Hopkins wasn't there?
Why?
Because, Anthony Hopkins lives in Scotland, and the only way that he could attend the ceremony, because, like, all the nominated who were in other countries were all in a specific like place that was that where they had to be. Like every single British nominees were in like this theater, and that was in London, and so he would have had to travel to London. But the thing is that he's like 80 years old.
Yeah, he's almost 90 actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's old. So and that like COVID was a lot more dangerous at that point.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to risk his life traveling to London. So he has the Academy like, hey, is it possible if I just film myself from like my living room? And the Academy said no.
What?
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
What the hell? Just like, let him.
That's such a dick move.
The Academy is accepting it on his behalf. Good night.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
So that was the weirdest Oscar ceremony of all time. Oh, and also like one of the first things that made me say like, oh, this is gonna be bad was the beginning of the show where they had. So it's been a few years. It's been the Oscars haven't had a host since La La Land.
Yeah.
They
haven't had a host since all the Kevin Hart stuff went down.
No, I'm pretty sure it was after that.
No, I remember. Hold on.
But we're gonna have to fact check that. But basically, what I want to say is that for it's been a few years since the Academy Awards have had a host. So now what they do is they basically just have a bunch of different people presenting the categories and all that kind of stuff, and they always have like one or two stand-up comedians at the beginning of the show to give the like opening monologue. Like in 2020 they had Steve Martin and Chris Rock, and honestly I thought their bit was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But this year they had, I don't remember who she was. I think she was maybe an actress, maybe a TV host. I honestly have no idea who she was, and she gave the like intro like monologue, and there was not a single joke.
Hang on,
They did what I hate when those ceremonies do, and that actually Ricky Gervais mentioned in his last monologue for the Golden Globes, which is, I fucking hate when Hollywood goes on a stage and tells us why we're bad people.
Yeah. Oh, it was
when they are definitely worse people than us.
Was it Amy Poehler and Tina Fey?
No, it was a black woman.
Oh, Regina King.
Yeah, that's it. It was Regina King. And it's like,
I don't think she's a. She's just an actress.
She's an actress.
Yeah.
She was in Watchmen.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like for the opening monologue, like whatever show, whether it's the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Grammys, whatever, just come on stage and tell me some jokes. That's your entire job. Don't fucking tell me why I'm a bad person, because you're such a worse person than I am.
Yeah, I honestly,
like that's the case for most people.
I think Ricky Gervais knocked it out of the park with what he said during the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have always hated when they use it, when they use stuff like that to, I guess, give political speeches, because it's just like, I mean, you can say whatever you want, but like, this is about movies.
It's like, it's like actor goes on stage and to get his Oscar and thanks, instead of thanking like everyone, he just gives like a political speech about the current world, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You spend your entire summer on Jeffrey Epstein's island and you're 2 years away from getting canceled. You're not in the right place. That's not talking about anyone specifically, but like, I don't think anyone in Hollywood is. What Ricky Gervais says is so true. Where he said like, you don't know anything about the real world.
It's true.
Like celebrities live in a bubble. They don't. They're not the same people as like, plebeian, like the regular people. But yeah.
But I just to talk about what we were talking about earlier about the hosts. It seems it was correct that the show has gone hostless. This is a quote from DraftKings, an article that they wrote. The show has gone hostless the past 2 years since Kevin Hart's decision to step down as the host of the 2019 show after uproar over his past homophobic comments. The last Oscars host was in 2018 when Jimmy Kimmel hosted.
It was he was. I think he hosted the last like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he did it for a while.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a host.
Yeah, I think hostless Oscars are very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
I don't know,
other stuff to talk about the Oscars because I think we kind of covered our bases with that. We've been talking about the Oscars for I think a straight hour.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, we this is like the Oscar episode, which is not what I expected from a Spirited Away episode.
Yeah, sorry to everyone who wanted a much longer discussion on Spirited Away. There wasn't. I kind of said all I wanted to. I don't know if you got everything you wanted to.
Well, earlier in the Oscar conversation, I thought maybe talking about the Razzie Awards, which I think is the worst award ceremony there is.
I haven't checked into the Razzies for a while.
Oh man, the Razzie are a weird thing because the first time you hear of them, you think oh, that's a pretty funny thing. It's that's people laughing at Hollywood's failures. But then you look at the winners and everything, and you think oh no, those are just morons who don't know anything about movies.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at the winners from last year. So let's see. Worst picture was Absolute Proof, which apparently was a 2021 political documentary film. It promotes the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump won the 2021 presidential election.
Oh. All right.
Worst director was Sia for the film Music, which I have heard is very accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you watched Your Movie Sucks video on that?
I actually haven't. Is it good? Hold on.
It's really good.
Hold on. I'll look that up.
That's when I first heard of the film.
I'll look that up to watch that after this.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was such a box office failure. Holy shit.
What happened with Music?
All right, so the budget was $16 million. Want to hear what the box office was?
What?
It was $650,000.
No way.
That's the numbers in front of me.
Ooh.
Hold on, I might have to fact check that because that seems very low.
Okay, so for worst actor, we had the winner of Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, as he was apparently in Absolute Proof, documentary. And for worst,
him, yeah,
and for worst actress, we had Kate Hudson in Music. Seems like music kind of sweet that year. Worst supporting actor.
Music was really successful at the Razzies.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah?
The worst supporting actor was Rudy Giuliani in Borat 2. That's kind of good.
Was it him that they tried to catch having sex with minors or something like that?
Well, see, that's the thing, is that they didn't try. It just happened.
They just did.
So what happened? Okay, have you seen Borat 2?
No.
So okay, I'll tell you what happened. So this part in the movie is Borat's daughter moves to Washington to become like a or Washington D.C. to become like a kind of like an interviewer, and they somehow got a real interview with Rudy Giuliani, who is a pretty big politician over here. And apparently, and they got footage of this that I don't remember how old the actress is. I think she may be over 18. Give me just a moment. Maria Bakalova. She's 25. Okay. Well.
All right.
Anyway,
she's supposed to be younger in the film.
Yeah, she's supposed to be pretty young in the film. So what happens is after the interview happens, Borat. I guess this is kind of like the fake plot of the movie is that Borat's like trying to get to her not stop the interview per se, but just kind of to take her home. Rudy and the girl go to or in because they're in a hotel room for the interview, which is pretty common. And Rudy lays on the bed in the room and unzips his pants while she's also on the bed with him. And at that moment, apparently, they told Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat, to just like go in the room and stop it, but like stay in character so this could all be in the movie. So.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was so big. The whole like.
Yeah, I remember that.
That whole scene was so big that it leaked like days before the movie came out.
Yeah. That doesn't really surprise me, but wow, that is fucked up. And by the way, like Michael Lindell, the My Pillow guy, he looks like a fake person.
Michael Lindell?
He does not look like a person that actually exists. Like I feel like that's a stand-up comedian in disguise.
He looks like a character. He looks like a character that would be on Parks and Rec.
Yeah, and I think the problem is the mustache.
Yeah, it's
which is
mustache.
like the mustache is almost too much.
It doesn't look real.
No, it looks so fake.
Oh god, that's good.
That's so weird. That's a strange person.
Yeah. I think a lot of the Razzies, getting back to that, I think a lot of the Razzies is kind of unnecessary. But I mean,
yeah.
It doesn't seem like they really get too like crazy most often. Most often their nominees are pretty understandable.
But yeah, but they do have like history of certain categories that were like incredibly stupid. The best one is do you know who won the Razzie for worst director in 1980? So the first ceremony.
No, but I think I heard it in the past, but I don't know what it is.
It was Stanley Kubrick for The Shining.
Really?
Yeah. Someone either like they just want to make people angry, or they're really big Stephen King fans.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I'm
the
looking through all these.
The worst one, which is like,
keep going ahead. Keep going ahead.
Well, the worst one who actually got into a debate on Reddit for that is in the 2000 ceremony. They did a few categories like worst whatever of the century.
Okay.
And do you know who won worst actor of the century?
Who?
It was Sylvester Stallone.
Why?
Yeah, which is like, all right. Let's all be fair. Let's all be honest here. Sylvester Stallone is far from being a great actor.
Oh, far from it.
Far from it. But to say that he's the worst actor in the century.
That's That's ignoring. That's ignoring
just
like
not true.
That's ignoring like a good few movies. Like his performance, at least in the first Rocky, is like a legitimately great performance. Like you can say what you want about the later ones.
Oh, it's really
but
good.
Like Rocky 1 has some amazing performances, especially from Stallone.
Like, can I just say, I feel like the reason why he's so good in Rocky is that he's just kind of like acting natural, and I feel like the character of Rocky is not too different from Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, he wrote the movie too, which I thought was pretty interesting to learn.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but like, I feel like, Rocky is the character of Rocky Balboa is a pretty stupid character. And I feel like the reason why it works so well is because I don't want to say that he is, because I don't know the guy. I don't want to be mean, but like, he sounds stupid.
He's got that. I can kind of see what you mean. He's got that like.
Yeah.
That kind of.
He's got like.
He's got that cadence to him, which is.
Yeah.
It's pretty unique.
It's yeah.
And I like him. I like him in most of the things I've seen him in. Not really like I don't think he's like I said.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's not a great actor, but it's not the worst.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the only film really that I've seen him in was the first Rocky, and like I saw part of the second film. But besides that, I haven't seen any of the Rambo films.
I haven't either, actually.
Oh no, I forgot about that. He plays King Shark in Suicide Squad.
He does. That's right.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
I completely forgot about that. And again, he's good in that, but also he plays a stupid character, which is not helping his case. But
I mean, hey, they picked the perfect.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Like sometimes Sylvester Stallone kind of feels like a fell Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
and it's like there's this big, they're compared a lot, and it was a huge thing. And when the Expendables came out, and it was the first time that we really could see a film with both of them at the same time. But I feel like there's no way that I don't understand how anyone could say that Stallone is better than Schwarzenegger. Like,
yeah, I don't agree with that either. Based off of like Terminator alone.
Yeah. Like honestly, just Terminator 2.
Oh yeah,
he's really good in that.
Terminator 2 is such a good movie.
It really is. Oh, can I just have like a small tangent?
Oh, go right ahead.
Yeah. Do you know about his film Twins?
With Danny DeVito?
With Danny DeVito?
I have not seen it, but I do know about it.
Yeah. Do you know that they're making a new one? They're making a sequel.
No way. No way.
They're making a Twins sequel. Like, not even a joke. There's I'm pretty sure you can find pictures of like them shooting the film with Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Wait, oh my god, the sequel is called Triplets. And it has Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito.
No, it's fucking not.
It has Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, and do you want to guess who the third is?
Who?
Tracy Morgan.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Tracy Morgan's so funny.
Hold on.
That's so cool. That's gonna be the best, man.
Yeah, I don't know who that. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
That's fine. He's been making a bit of a resurgence over here, but he was like a pretty classic comedian over here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what like movies or anything you would have seen him or would have seen him in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at his filmography on Google right now.
Have you ever seen Coming to America with Eddie Murphy?
No.
That's an incredible.
I haven't seen a lot.
That's an incredible comedy, first of all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very good one. That was one of my favorites. Wait, no way. Was he? I'm trying to see if. No, okay. I almost thought for a second because he's he's listed as an actor in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But I think he just does additional voices. I thought for a second he was the cop from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and I almost lost my mind.
No,
it's Mr. T, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's
Mr. T, which is
equally as cool.
like, I mean, amazing casting.
Oh yeah.
Like, honestly, like, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is actually a really good film.
Yeah, it's not bad. I remember rewatching it recently. I was like, huh. It aged pretty well.
I mean, to be fair, it was directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Yeah.
Who are like the kind of people, anything that they work on is like, it has to be good.
Usually, yeah.
I don't think they've ever worked on something that I was like, no, this sucks. Like, they directed or wrote or produced 21 and 22 Jump Street, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the Lego Movie.
Wow.
That's a great CV.
It's a pretty good record they got going.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good. And they also produced and wrote some episodes of How I Met Your Mother, which is one of my favorite shows. And
I didn't know they did that.
Brooklyn
awesome.
Nine-Nine, Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well.
Oh wow.
Which again is another one of my favorite shows. So like, yeah, they're good. Oh, hold on. No, you got to be kidding me. They make Clone High.
Oh my god, that's right, they did. Oh my god.
They make Clone High.
They made Clone High.
Dude,
let's go.
Those guys are gods. Holy shit.
That is god tier stuff right there.
How? Oh my god, I love this so much.
Love it. Love it.
Wow. Yeah, I really like their stuff, yeah. They might be among like the best working in the industry right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we don't talk enough about how amazing 21 and 22 Jump Street are.
They're good movies.
Like there's some of the
I haven't seen them in a very, very long time, but I remember liking them.
They're some of the best comedies that have come out in the last like 10 years.
Yeah, I can see that.
And yeah, and it's like I was watching some scenes from 22 Jump Street, and there's this scene where, because like in the second film they go to college, and Jonah Hill ends up sleeping with Ice Cube's daughter.
I know exactly.
And
what
there's
you're about to mention.
the scene where Channing Tatum learns that, and his reaction, like, honestly, there's
golden.
It's honestly, like, not exaggerating, really good acting.
Yeah, there's like no better. There's like no better moment in the entire film other than that right there.
That and the moment where they realize that like Jonah Hill has been sleeping with Ice Cube's daughter, and there's just like the look on Ice Cube's face is perfect.
The way that it all amounts to just, oh shit, kills me every time I watch that clip.
Yeah, and it's like, see, the thing that I realized is because like 21 Jump Street is a remake of a TV show with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And so 22 Jump Street is like an idea that they had to when they made the second film, which I think is like genius. Like, 22 Jump Street is just they moved to the church next door, which is 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Just like the joke that the right next to the Korean church is like, I think it's like a Vietnamese church or something like that. I don't remember, but I have to rewatch those films. And I also thought about that earlier this week. I also have to rewatch the Lego Movie, because I saw a scene where it was like Liam Neeson plays a character of Good and Bad Cop,
Yeah, I remember.
And there's this scene where the bad guy of the film erases bad cop to only keep he erases good cop to only keep bad cop. And like, I've never watched this film in English, so I never really realized, like, oh, that's Liam Neeson who makes the voice. So, and I've never heard him make the good cop voice, and it's so, like, far from anything that he's done in his career.
It's so weird. It's so good.
It's so weird.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
It's like...
I love it.
It's such a, like, crazy... such a crazy difference, and it's like, oh...
Yeah. That's another film in terms of casting that's really good.
Oh, yeah.
And they've also got both Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum in it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, and that's pretty cool. But, yeah, and also the beginning of Chris Pratt voice acting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, like, that was just a test for
who would know?
What it was about. It's
who
like,
could
fuck.
have predicted?
Like, last month they announced Mario. Now, I think this week they announced Garfield.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
like,
that either. Oh my god.
It's just like, for fuck's sake, there are more Hollywood actors than Chris Pratt, guys. Come on.
Oh man, I remember I was on Twitter. I thought it was a joke until I looked into it more.
Yeah.
Because there's been those jokes. There's been those jokes for like the last couple months where it's just like, oh, haha, you know, Chris Pratt, you know, he voicing whatever, but this is not a joke.
The first time that I saw it, I thought it said, like, he's in consideration to maybe possibly one day be Garfield. I didn't know that it was like, oh, he's gonna be Garfield. I hate this.
You just hate this.
It's like, I don't know. There's more than just the fact that I don't know. That feels dangerous.
It is.
There's something about that that's like,
I don't think,
not good.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've heard a better like a better use of the words "I hate this" in a while. Just the exacerbated way you just went. Just the way you went. I hate this. It's really good.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. I was thinking about, like, there are more Hollywood actors, and one of the actors that I thought of is Chris Evans, which made me think, have you seen the trailer for Lightyear?
I have. We did not talk about. That's right.
We did not talk about this. Holy shit! I cannot believe this is a real thing.
It looks fake. Like, it looks like a meme.
But, like, can I be honest? I'm so hyped. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I care. Like, I think I'll probably watch it when it comes out, but for the moment, it just looks really bland.
It's like, dude, I saw a tweet that was like right before I watched the thing that made me say, like, I have to watch the trailer, which is like, I cannot stress just how, like, the trailer did not have to go this hard, but it still did. And I watched the trailer, like, it did not have to go this hard.
It did.
I had goosebumps the entire time, and, like, I really hope that this film is going to be good, because it's honestly one of my favorite trailers I've seen in a long time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and maybe last movie news that I that I heard this week is, so in a previous episode of the podcast we were talking about Dune before it came out. Yes. And we talked about a documentary that was made recently called Jodorowsky's Dune, about the director Alejandro Jodorowsky, who tried to make a Dune movie, but it didn't end up, like, being a thing.
Yeah, it didn't.
But Yeah, but after that, he ended up collaborating with a comic book artist, and they made a comic book. I forgot what it was called, but it had a bunch of ideas that he had come up for Dune, and they're gonna make a movie of this comic book.
Really?
And
like like an animated one?
I don't know. It's gonna be a movie. That's all I know.
Oh, okay.
And they announced this week who was gonna direct it. It's the great New Zealand director Taika Waititi.
No way.
Yeah. Which is like
that's amazing.
It's so weird.
That's so weird. I'm into it.
It's weird,
though.
but like I love Taika Waititi so much. So I really hope that it's gonna be a good film.
I hope so too. That's gonna be so strange, but so cool.
Yeah. I'm
totally
hyped.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But speaking of Jodorowsky's Dune, there's an art house theater near me, and they show like a lot of unexpected movies. Like that's where I saw Tetsuo. But I learned that I think early December they're showing Jodorowsky's Dune, the documentary. So I'm probably gonna go see that there at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I started watching it, but I was kind of like bored.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just because I have like issues sometimes with documentary.
I get you.
Not. Yeah, that's not saying like that the film's boring. It's just like probably wasn't really in the good mood or anything to watch it. But
I get it.
I'm gonna watch it entirely one day just to see like just how crazy this film would have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is if I end up watching, we're definitely probably gonna have like a conversation about that because like from what I've heard, holy shit.
Yeah. Trying to think of what else I've watched in the past week, if anything was like notable other than Persepolis and Spencer. Not much, no.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched any film. I haven't watched Spirited Away was the first film that I watched since Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it's because I watched like 7 films in 2 days.
Yeah, it burns
so I'm a bit
out.
burnt out. I think I'm pretty sure that's it. But yeah, just maybe a week or two, and I'm gonna be watching many more films.
Right.
I tried. You know what? Earlier this week, I tried to watch Yojimbo, and after like 2 minutes, I was like, no, I don't want to.
I get it. Yeah, you're just
which I think is a good move. Yeah, I think it is a good idea that I had because I think I'm like this is the kind of stuff that could make me not enjoy a film.
Yeah,
like a good film. So yeah, Yojimbo is a film that I'm gonna be watching some other time.
Yeah, it's a good idea to watch movies like that when like you're in the mood to watch a movie.
Yeah, you're in the mood. Yeah, I mean that's what happened with Seven Samurai because this is the only way that I could have ever watched a 3.5 hour long film, and I mean it's my favorite Kurosawa and one of my favorite Japanese movies of all time. So that worked.
Yeah, I agree. I did today. I kind of okay. So I had the day off from school today, and I decided to just kind of like I was like, okay, I'll go to like there's this shopping area near where I live, and it's got a Barnes and Noble in it. So I was like, I'll go hang out with some friends. I'll stop by the Barnes and Noble, see what's up.
Sure.
I was not strong enough, and I made a purchase. I bought the Criterion release of the Signifying Works of Marlon Riggs, which is a 7-film box set that it chronicles. I think it's the entire career of Marlon Riggs, who was a gay director during the AIDS epidemic, who made some of the most influential LGBT films ever. Which I was very surprised that this box set has as many films as it does, because it was $25, which is very cheap.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I was totally cool. I was like, I saw it and I was like, well, how much is this really? And so I looked, I'm like, okay. I was like, I can get behind spending money on that today. Yeah, that's probably my last purchase before Citizen Kane. That's probably the only one I'll get. But yeah. Let's see.
The privilege of living in a country that has Barnes and Nobles.
I actually did think about how we were going to talk about that. I'm like, I feel bad. I feel bad whenever I say like, oh, I went to Barnes and Noble today.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm fine.
Well, of course, I'm kidding too, but like, it is pretty funny.
But I was actually curious. I looked up like where is the closest Barnes and Noble, and I'm pretty sure it's in Maine, which I mean is like, in the state of Maine.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And it's which I mean it's pretty like it's pretty close to Montreal, and I think it's a 2-hour drive, which is like maybe one day, maybe one day I will like.
You saying it's tempting?
Well, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that Canadians can't go to the U.S. and also the fact that I don't have a driver's license.
That too. Wait.
That too.
Did you say that Canadians can't go to the U.S.?
No, but Americans can come to Canada, which I think is fucking stupid.
Why can't you come to the U.S.?
I don't know, but like there's I don't know if you know about the Scribble Showdown, which is a show which is a show that Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps is a part of, as well as other YouTube animators, and one of them is Domix, who lives in Toronto, and they're making new shows, like the first shows that they have after COVID, and for the shows in America, he was replaced with a YouTuber named Amirichu, simply because he can't go to the US.
What?
Because I don't know. It's so dumb. Because I don't know. In
do
my
they
head
give
makes.
Do they give a reason?
I don't know. I didn't really. I'll be honest. I didn't really look much into this because I don't really care. But it feels like the opposite would make more sense.
It's stupid that I can come to Canada, but you can't come here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking up. Okay, this is a side thing. I'm looking up why can't. Oh, I accidentally typed in comedians instead of Canadians.
Oh. All right.
Because I looked up why. What I thought I looked up was why can't Canadians, and the first thing that came up are why can comedians be so irritating, and I thought it said why can Canadians be so irritating. Okay.
I mean,
fixing that typo.
For some people, I can get it.
Canadians come to America. I'm curious, legitimately. Oh, is it like a COVID thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just an in general thing. Okay. I was about to say, what?
No.
Okay.
No. It's 100% a COVID thing.
Okay, well that makes a little more sense now. It's still stupid that like I can do it, but you can't.
Yeah, it's still stupid, but like, it's not that stupid.
I was about to say that'd be pretty funny, but also awful. Oh my god.
Yeah. There would be like outrage, like you would have, if it was that case, you would have heard about it.
Oh, I'm sure I would have. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, what?
Yeah. Just a few, maybe just a few months, maybe, and we'll be able to go to the U.S.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like I had that planned or anything.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I had to talk about for today. Do you want to get into
Same.
Do you want to get into talking, or do you want to get into choosing next week's movie?
Sure.
So, I'm thinking. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I want to do the randomizer this week. So I think I'm just gonna choose.
Sure. All right.
I think I've been wanting to rewatch it for a little bit just to kind of solidify my feelings on it. I think next week we should watch Bo Burnham's Inside.
Hell yeah. All right. You know what? I've been thinking the same thing. I've really been wanting to rewatch it, but I've been thinking like, no, I should probably rewatch it just for the podcast if we do an episode of that.
Yeah.
So hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So next week, Bo Burnham's Inside.
Yeah.
Which is, not technically a movie, but whatever.
No, you know what? At this point, I want to count it as a movie.
I want to too. I like it. I like it enough to the point where I think I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Yeah. It's a movie. It's much more a movie than it is a comedy special.
Yeah. I mean, it's more it's more a movie than any of the like stand-up specials from Netflix.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week, Bo Burnham's Inside.
Yeah. Because I actually have a lot of stuff to say about it. I think.
Me too.
But, yeah.
I definitely have a lot because I think it's definitely the most impactful piece of media that I've seen in the last year or so. So.
It's something. Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly is something. So, I guess that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else to say.
Neither do I. Well,
yeah. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Movie Dudes. If you liked it, you can like, comment, subscribe, and everything else. You can also watch our YouTube channels. The links are going to be in the description. And also, let's not forget, we're also on Spotify. I think there's a few episodes that haven't been uploaded yet, if I recall.
Mostly we're up to date, actually.
Would that make sense?
Mostly we're up to date.
Because I feel like recently I looked it up and maybe you changed that and I didn't see it. Oh, no, yeah, you did. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I a couple of them were getting weird on like MP3 exports, but I got it up. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we're on Spotify, and did I mention also you can I mentioned that. Never mind. And you can. I'm tired, dude. And
I get it. It's all right.
You can also follow us on Twitter, and I'm also on Twitch, and that's also we're on Letterboxd. And so yeah, that's kind of it. So thanks again for watching this episode, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Movie Dudes.